Chapter 16. Water, an essential resource. Let's begin. As we all know, water is a precious natural resource. It is essential for the existence of all living organisms on Earth. Our body is composed of about 75% of water. Without water, we cannot think of life. All biochemical reactions in our body require water as a medium. Water is in abundances on our planet. However, only a small fraction of it is fit for human consumption. Our country has a network of almost 113 rivers. The rising population and increasing demand of water is leading to its depletion in many parts of our country. Let us understand the distribution of water on Earth, and we will learn more about its different sources, its uses and distribution, and how to use it wisely. The freshwater that we use is available in a meager amount. This can be explained by considering the following example. Forms of water. Water exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. Solid water found in glaciers, snow, icebergs, frost, and ice crystals in the clouds are the solid forms of water. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Liquid water is present in dew, rain, oceans, rivers, lakes and ponds, etc. that are the liquid forms of water. Water remains in liquid state between 0 and 100 degrees Celsius. Gaseous water, vapor, steam and fog are the gaseous forms of water. Water changes into vapors at 100 degrees Celsius. So, we all depend on water for our needs like drinking, washing, gardening, irrigation, etc. The combined mass of water found on, under and over the surface of the Earth is called hydrosphere. Water cycle. Look at the figure. Water from river, oceans and lakes evaporates under sun's heat. This is called evaporation. The water vapors cool into millions of tiny droplets that form clouds in the sky. This process is known as condensation. The millions of tiny droplets collide with each other and form larger droplets which fall down as rain or snow when they become too heavy. This is called precipitation. Collection. Most of the cities and towns get water through municipal water distribution system. The water drawn from rivers, lakes or ponds is purified and supplied through a network of pipes. But in rural areas such system is not available. In some villages there is acute shortage of water. Taps running dry during summers, long queue for water, marches, fight, protests for demand of water are increasing. People have to walk several kilometers to fetch water. They draw water from the nearby sources such as wells, springs, hand pumps, etc. The amount of water recommended by the United Nations for drinking, washing, cooking and maintaining proper hygiene per person per day is a minimum of 50 liters. Uses of water. 1. Agricultural. About 70% of the Indian population depends on agriculture for their living. Our irrigation system should be strong enough to bear the shortage of water due to any natural calamity so that crop production remains unaffected. As monsoons are unpredictable and where cultivation depends purely on rain, no rain often results in poor yield. 2. Industries. Industries demand great consumption of water. It is used as raw material, a solvent, a coolant, a transporting agent and also used for processing, cleaning, dilution, and in hydroelectric power production, etc. Due to rapid growth of industries, the demand for water has increased in the past several years. 3. Domestic. Water used for household activities is called domestic water. Our household tasks will not be completed without water. It is required for drinking, bathing, preparing food, sanitation, washing dishes and clothes, and watering plants, etc. We get water in our homes either through municipality water distribution system or through underground source through a motor-driven tube well. 4. For recreation. Water is used for swimming, sailing, fishing and other water sports activities. Importance of groundwater. Sources of water. Do you know that only 0.006% of water is available to us? There is very little water available for domestic use. Most of fresh water returns to the oceans through rivers flowing across the earth. Only a small portion is absorbed by the soil, which is stored underground. Thus, the various sources of water can be divided into two main categories: surface water and underground water. Surface water. Water present on Earth's surface constitutes the surface water. Its main source is rain, which is the purest form of water. First rain can be acidic, but the subsequent showers consist of pure water. Other surface water sources are rivers, lakes, ponds, and streams. Groundwater. Groundwater comes from the natural seeping of water where the soil is completely saturated with water, also called percolation. Water from sources such as rain, snow, and hail seeps down the top soil and gets collected between the layers of hard bedrocks to form the aquifer. The top level of this underground water is called the water table. The process of seeping down water into the earth is called infiltration. This water recharges the groundwater. Water from aquifer can be taken out by hand pumps and tube wells. The place where water table meets the land surface leads the formation of rivers, lakes, springs, or oceans. Distribution of water in India. India greatly depends upon monsoons because 70% of the population survives on agriculture. The amount of rainfall varies widely in our country. The monsoons bring heavy rain over most parts of the country between June and October, except Tamil Nadu, which receives over half of its rain from October to November. India ranges from waterless conditions in Thar Desert to places with rainforest in northeastern states. The three major rivers, Indus, Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, drain nearly 2/3 of the land area. During monsoons, water level rises and may result in flood-like situation. On the other hand, during dry season, water level goes down in most of the rivers. Smaller tributaries generally dry off completely. To regulate the continuous water flow in the rivers throughout the year, dams have been built to conserve water and produce electricity. The Bhakra Nangal Dam is the first project that was taken up after India's independence. It is built across Sutlej River near the border between Punjab and Himachal Pradesh that aims for preventing floods in the Sutlej East River Valley. The peninsular areas of our country have poor water absorption and therefore do not have large aquifers. Whereas the coastal areas are rich in groundwater, they can be contaminated by salt water inflow caused by the overpumping of groundwater. Depletion of water table. Overpopulation. Increasing industries. Agricultural activities. Deforestation. Uncontrolled use of borewell. What happens if a person keeps withdrawing money from bank at faster rate than he deposits? Soon, he may face shortage of money. Similarly, if we continue using water at a faster rate than the rate it replenishes, we may face water shortage. A situation where there is insufficient water to satisfy normal requirements is called scarcity or depletion of water. Water scarcity is a matter of universal concern. Let us discuss the major causes of water scarcity. Overpopulation. Growing population has led to the growing demand for groundwater. Since open areas are getting converted into construction sites, this reduces the seepage of water into the ground. The rate of consumption of groundwater is more than the seepage, which results in the depletion of water table. Increasing industries. Overpopulation has also resulted in an increase in the number of industries. The increasing demand for water adversely affects the groundwater resources. As water is required at each stage of manufacturing products which we use, it has put an extra load on the freshwater ecosystem. Agricultural activities. Indian economy mainly depends upon agriculture. Erratic monsoons result in excess use of groundwater, thereby decreasing its level. Deforestation, increase in population has led to rapid expansion of urban areas. So, our forest cover is being reduced by large-scale falling of trees. As a result, less water seeps into the ground, thereby causing lowering of water table. Water is a gift of nature. In 1922, the UN has declared 22nd March as the World Water Day. Uncontrolled use of borewell. Due to uncertain monsoons, farmers are overexploiting groundwater resources in our country. This has reduced the level of underground water sources at many parts of the country. Conservation and management of water. Here are some of the methods to conserve water. In the kitchen. Do not wash vegetables under running water. Wash them in a container filled with water. While washing dishes, do not leave the tap running for rinsing. Use minimum detergent while washing dishes. This will minimize the amount of water used for rinsing. In the bathroom, dripping of taps should be repaired. Use mug and bucket for bathing rather taking shower. The high-capacity toilet tanks must be replaced by ultra-low flush models. Turn off tap while brushing and shaving. In general, avoid over-watering of plants. Spreading a layer of mulch, leaves, barks, etc. around the trees will slow down the evaporation and enriches the soil. Drip irrigation. Use drip and sprinkle irrigation for agriculture, as it will avoid water wastage by supplying water directly to the roots of the plants. It is a technique of watering plants by making use of narrow tubes which deliver water directly to the roots of the plant without wastage. Rainwater harvesting system. Rainwater harvesting is the method of collecting and storing water from the rooftops, roads and storing in tanks for its further use in future. It can be used directly to recharge the groundwater. The basic principle behind this system is catch water where it falls. It has been practiced in India. Bawris, step wells, gyres, etc. are some traditional water harvesting systems. In southern states of India, tanks and reservoirs have been constructed as part of the water harvesting systems. In dry states like Rajasthan and Gujarat, the revival of traditional water harvesting structures is being done for water retention.